Hello player, today we will analyze the match between David Joseph Dunne with the white pieces and Garry Kasparov with the black pieces. e4, c5, knight f3, d6, bishop b5 check, knight d7, d4, knight f6, knight c3, c, captures on d4, queen captures on d4, e5, queen d3, h6, bishop e3, bishop e7, kingside castling, rook from a, d1. This move was inaccurate, the best move was bishop c4. For example, bishop c4, knight g4, rook from f, d1. With an advantage for white. Rook from a, d1. a6. Bishop c4. Queen c7. This move was inaccurate, the best move was b5. For example, b5. Bishop d5. Rook b8. a3. Queen c7. With a balanced game. Queen c7. f4. Knight c5. Bishop captures on c5. Queen captures on c5. Knight d5. Knight captures on d5. Bishop captures on d5. Rook b8. Knight d2. Bishop d7. Bishop b3. b5. f5. Rook from b, c8. Knight f3. Bishop e6. Rook from f, e1. Rook from f, d8. This move was inaccurate, the best move was queen b4. For example, queen b4. Knight d2. Queen captures on a5. With an advantage for black. Rook from f, d8. Rook e2. Rook c7. Rook from e, d2. Rook from d, c8. h3. This move was inaccurate, the best move was bishop captures on e6. For example, bishop captures on e6. F, captures on e6. Rook a1. With a balanced game. h3. Queen b4. Bishop captures on e6. F, captures on e6. Queen b3. This move was inaccurate, the best move was c3. For example, c3. Queen captures on a5. h4. With an advantage for black. Queen b3. Rook c4. Rook e2. Queen captures on b3. c, captures on b3. Rook c1. Rook captures on c1. Rook captures on c1 check. King h2. King f7. Knight e1. Bishop d8. Knight d3. This move was inaccurate, the best move was b4. For example, b4. Rook c4. Knight c2. d5. f3. With a decisive advantage for black. Knight d3. Rook d1. Knight b4. Bishop captures on a5. Knight captures on a6. Rook c1. b4. Bishop b6. b3. Rook c3. This move was inaccurate, the best move was king e7. For example, king e7. Rook d2. Bishop d4. King g3. King d7. Rook a2. King c8. With a decisive advantage for black. Rook c3. Rook a2. Rook captures on b3. This move gives back part of the advantage, the best move was king e7. For example, king e7. h4. King d8. g3. King c8. With a decisive advantage for black. Rook captures on b3. Rook c2. Bishop d4. This move was inaccurate, the best move was d5. For example, d5. f3. Bishop e3. With a decisive advantage for black. Bishop d4. Rook c7 check. King f6. f3. Rook a3. This move gives back part of the advantage, the best move was d5. For example, d5. Rook c8. h5. With a decisive advantage for black. Rook a3. Rook c6. The evaluation became -3.1, this move was a mistake, the best move was knight b8. For example, knight b8. Rook a7. Rook c8. Bishop f2. Knight c6. With a decisive advantage for black. Rook c6. Rook c3. Rook c7. This move was inaccurate, the best move was knight b8. For example, knight b8. Rook captures on c6. Knight captures on c6. Bishop e3. Knight a5. With a decisive advantage for black. Rook c7. Rook captures on c7. Knight captures on c7. Bishop c3. Knight captures on b5. This move was inaccurate, the best move was knight e8. For example, knight e8 check. King e7. Knight captures on g7. Bishop captures on b4. King g1. With a decisive advantage for black. Knight captures on b5. For example, bishop captures on b4. Knight a7. King f7. f4. E captures on f4. Knight c6. Bishop c5. h4. King f6. King h3. h5. g4. F captures on g3. King captures on g3. d5. With a decisive advantage for black. Bishop captures on b4. Knight a7. King f7. King g3. King e8. This move gives back part of the advantage, the best move was king e8. For example, king e8. Knight c8. Bishop c5. Knight captures on d6 check. Bishop captures on d6. King g4. g6. King g3. King d7. With a decisive advantage for black. King e8. King g4. King d7. f4. g6. This move gives back part of the advantage, the best move was king c7. For example, king c7. King h5. d5. f5. d captures on e4. f captures on e6. e3. Knight b5 check. King c6. Knight a7 check. King b7. Knight b5. e2. King g6. e1. King f5. Queen f1 check. With a decisive advantage for black. g6. h4. King c7. f5. E captures on f5 check. E captures on f5. G captures on f5 check. King captures on f5. King b7. Knight b5. King b6. Knight captures on d6. Bishop captures on d6. g4. King c6. g5. H captures on g5. H captures on g5. King d5. g6. Bishop f8. That was an excellent move, he grabbed the advantage in a tough game. Black's victory. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your suggestions.